What is up, everybody? The Poets here, and I am at LA Live, and I just finished a client meeting. Typically during the day when the stock market is open, I'm using the Microsoft Surface Laptop 3 because I have some specialized work applications on here for security, and they actually don't work on the Samsung Galaxy Book S because this is a Qualcomm processor. So if you have something specialized, this may not be the laptop for you. But if all you're doing is web browsing, you're using the full Microsoft Office suite, and you just need something that's extremely lightweight and thin, this could be the perfect laptop. I actually prefer to just carry this around with me all the time, and when I just need to get some specialized work done, then I use the Surface Laptop 3. This battery life has been amazing. I thought I could kind of gauge exactly how many hours I was really using this for on-screen time, and it's impossible. I'm getting days. My first week with this, I charged it twice, and that was ridiculous. I've never had to do that before with any laptop. So it is 2:30 in the afternoon, and I'm going to take you on a journey to see how many days this actually lasts. It's at 98% right now. Let me just check. Yes, 98%, so basically fully charged, and I'm going to heavily use this for my average day stuff, web browsing, do my research, YouTube videos, Netflix, everything that the average person would do in terms of just using a laptop. There's only specialized use cases for laptops. Like, this is not a gaming laptop. This is not a true video editing laptop. Although I did edit 1080p and 4K video on this. So this Qualcomm processor is no slouch. It will get the job done. So come along with me over the next couple of days and we'll see how this holds up. So 4G speeds here at LA Live are pretty decent, but there's starting to be a lot of people around, and there's 5G coverage. So I'm going to turn my hotspot on, and with my Galaxy Book S, now I'm on a 5G hotspot. Now I was getting about 40 megs per second download on 4G. Doing a little speed test here, now I'm almost at 200 megs per second download. So that's going to be a big difference in terms of getting some work done, not have to worry about any type of network congestion. It's nearly 3 o'clock and I'm gonna get out of Dodge here. Downtown will take me forever to get back to the valley. So I'm gonna keep track of how this battery life works with the Galaxy Book S, and I'm also going to kind of show you some tips and tricks of using it along the way. It's got some weird quirks, some things where I'm not sure why they did what they did, and other things that are just golden that I just love. So we'll go through all that, and yeah, right here, Staples Center, beautiful 5G coverage right here, beautiful. So I'm seeing a nice little trend here where the Galaxy Book S has some incredible 4G speeds. Basically, it's getting twice the download and upload speeds as the Galaxy Note 10 Plus when it's on 4G. When I'm on 5G, obviously the Note 10 Plus is killing it. And then I just turn on the hotspot, and with the Book S, I'm just getting some really nice 5G speeds, 300, 400, 500 megs per second download. That's amazing. But overall, this is turning out to be a solid piece of machinery. Clearly, I still had my appetite while I'm watching Linus. Amazing. So I watched a couple of YouTube videos, did some work, ate some food, wonderful food, and we're at 92% power. It's going to take a little while. So it's almost 5 o'clock and we're at 91%. What's up, everybody? We are at the end of battery testing for the Samsung Galaxy Book S Day 1. All right, so this thing has been a straight powerhouse, the machine. I've been using it a lot today. So I started it at 2 p.m. because I had a lot of stuff to do for work. So I used my other work laptop for that, the Surface Laptop 3, which is great because of the aspect ratio. But this is definitely my personal, just go anywhere, thin and light. And I was throwing everything I could at it. I had the full Microsoft Office suite basically going, Outlook, Excel, Word. The Edge Chromium browser is the way to go. So don't just use the Edge browser that comes with it. Definitely install the Edge Chromium browser. It's basically built to run on this. It is spectacular. So we're going to see exactly what the battery life is right now. And we are at 67%. So if I started it at roughly 2 p.m. when I was over at LA Live earlier today, 67% right now. It's 10:20 p.m. I may not have been using it for roughly 2 hours, LA traffic and getting from A to B to C to D. I went to, LA Live, a pho place, that was some wonderful food. Great people there too. That's over in Studio City. And my cigar lounge, there I was watching plenty of YouTube videos, kind of DaVinci Resolve how-to videos, lots of those out there. I'm still learning how to do all this video editing. And let's see here, Starbucks as well, and now I'm home. So this is quite nice. This is a battery powerhouse. Really, I should say efficiency is key for this because of this Qualcomm 8CX processor, and it's got its own LTE modem. So when I was at LA Live, I was using the modem a little bit, but then because they have 5G, I love my 5G. The Galaxy Note 10 Plus was wonderful. I just turned on the hotspot and boom, I'm on some serious speeds for downloads. Uploads were okay on 5G. They were actually faster on 4G, but I didn't need to upload anything serious. It was more just kind of consumption, reading some reports, stuff like that. So this thing I'm loving. This is actually going to be my primary laptop for pretty much all of my needs in terms of just personal life. And then when it comes to business related stuff, that's definitely going to be the Microsoft Surface Laptop 3. That thing is really nice, especially in front of clients because of the 3:2 aspect ratio. It's got that i7 processor, 16 gigs of RAM. This is the Qualcomm 8CX processor, very fast for everything I've been throwing at it. I honestly cannot tell any difference whatsoever between using the two laptops. Everything is just snappy on both of them. I also put liquid metal on that Surface Laptop 3 as well, which increased the performance by 15%. So I'll put a link for that up as well so you can see how I did that video. But hey, it's not truly yours until you void the warranty, right? And this, I'm not cracking this open, but I am really, really happy. I do have an extra 256 gig micro SD card in this. And because I have been starting to do a little bit of video editing on this, it can handle it. It's amazing. 1080p, it just flies. 4K video, it's possible. And it's a little stuttery here and there, but when it comes to rendering, definitely going to use the Surface Laptop 3 when I'm on the go, or this Threadripper 3970X, obviously 32 cores, 64 threads. That thing is a beast when it comes to just rendering videos. So this I'm really happy with, 67%. I'm going to close it up. I wake up really early in the morning because the stock market opens LA time at 6:30 in the morning. So when I'm up at the wee hours, I'm going to open this up, see what the overnight drain was. I'll report that to you. And I got a lot of meetings tomorrow. So we're going to see kind of how things go with this, especially when I'm going from A to B to C, definitely more Starbucks. And we'll see how it goes. 67% between 2 and 10 p.m., give or take 2 hours of non-usage. I'm impressed. Call me impressed. All right, I will see you tomorrow. Hey everybody, it's about 2:40 p.m. day 2, and I have not even opened the Samsung Galaxy Book S yet because I've just been working all day long. Like I said, my primary work laptop is the Microsoft Surface Laptop 3. And so I just finished my last meeting and events. Gonna go to Oro Cafe up the street. I'm in Beverly Hills, if you can't tell. That's where my office is. And I'm gonna grab a cup of coffee, kind of woosah, relax, and crack open the Samsung Galaxy Book S and see what the battery life is like. Oro Cafe on South Santa Monica Boulevard in Beverly Hills is one of my favorite places to go to for a cappuccino. Want a solid cappuccino? Yeah, that's the place to go. Alright everybody, we are into day 2 of testing the Samsung Galaxy Book S battery life. All day long I've been using the Microsoft Surface Laptop 3 because it's got a lot of my work applications on here, very secure, and it's very good for client-facing stuff because of the 3:2 aspect ratio. Really like this. But typically with my heavy use, by the end of the day, this is close to dead because I'm kind of like really pushing this thing. And so on my personal life, hey, that's where the Samsung Galaxy Book S comes to play because of the battery life on this. And when it comes to just average stuff, web browsing, spreadsheets, the whole Microsoft Office suite, it runs all that perfectly fine. So this morning I did check the battery life because last night ended at 67%, so I just closed it so it's on sleep mode, not hibernation mode, didn't turn it off. So it was going to drain a little bit during the night. So at 10 p.m. this morning, 10 a.m. this morning, it was at 61%. So basically 12 hours, that means every hour it was draining about 1/2 of 1%, which isn't bad. It's not the greatest in the world, but it's respectable. So now that it is 3 p.m., let's see what it's at now. This is actually my first time I'm going to be using this today, and it is at 58%. So that's not too bad. So from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., it dropped from 61% to 58%, just being in sleep mode. That's pretty good too. So maybe sometime overnight it ran a little bit of a process that drained the battery, an update, who knows what it's doing in sleep mode. But on to me using this for the rest of the day and see how it goes. 58%, 3 p.m., that's where we are. So I'm hoping to beat some of the LA traffic. It is almost 4 o'clock, and around this time, coming from Beverly Hills, it can be kind of annoying. So sometimes I tend to take a little shortcut and whip out my laptop and just kind of relax there for a little bit, be productive while not having to sit through traffic. So sometimes I'm catching up on emails and stuff like that, and you shouldn't be driving and recording. I officially name you Ralph. So Ralph, you stay there. Okay. So maybe once or twice a week, on my way to or from the office, I try to stop and smell the roses. And so this is one of my regular spots here. This is Franklin Canyon. And this is Franklin Canyon Lake. So I've never tried the Lte Coverage here with the Samsung Galaxy Book S. I have been using it quite often with my Galaxy Note 10 Plus 5G. I've had decent 4G coverage here. Not the fastest because we're kind of in a little valley here, middle of nowhere. I have no idea where even the closest tower is, but I'm sure it's not close. But want to know if the Samsung Galaxy Book S is going to be able to just use its own LTE modem over here in Franklin Canyon. And we'll see. Oh, it pops up right away. So yeah, connected, Verizon Wireless, LTE, got 3 bars, and I am going to run a nice little speed test to see what this is looking like. So right now it's about 4:10 p.m. The battery right now is at 54%, so I'm still happy with that. So running a nifty little speed test right now. Ping is 28. And downloading right now, and actually we can turn this up, brightness. Downloading at almost 60 download, and we'll see for upload. Upload is struggling. Upload is about maybe 5 megs per second. So yeah, not the best at all, but normally when I'm here, I'm kind of like woosahing, kind of just getting ready for the day or ending my day. So I'm not really uploading anything. I'm normally just kind of downloading news, maybe watching some YouTube videos or, you know, some basically what's happening in the world, preparing me for my day, or at the end of the day, just kind of seeing what's happening. So more just consumption. And so that would be fine. You know, 58 megs per second download, 5 megs per second upload, not the best at all. Actually, let's contrast it with the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. So just going to run a quick speed test here and see what we get. The ping is exactly the same, 28, and the download is kind of bouncing between 50 and 60. And I'm doing this so even though they're both on Verizon 5G, you know, they're both on unlimited plans, the antennas are going to be different. They're different sizes, you know, different locations, and possibly even like different interferences based on what's inside of them as well. So the upload is a little bit faster on the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. You know, I'm at 7 megs per second, but horrible and more horrible or less horrible is still horrible. But like I said, here I'm just kind of consuming. I'm not like uploading anything, except for maybe this video, and that's going to be like 20 gigs. I'm not going to do that here. A lot of times when people are out and about, you know, areas like this just being incredibly beautiful, they play music, and the speakers, the AKG speakers on this thing are simply impressive, especially for how thin it is. So let's give it a test. It is the morning of day 3, and the Samsung Galaxy Book S is kind of rocking strong. It's got about 33% battery life. That obviously is going to be enough to get me through day 3. So I'm kind of interested to see if that will get me into a little bit of the morning of day 4. I'm not going to be able to use it during the day, the work day today, because the market's kind of all over the place. I'm just chiming in really quickly to do this, and I just want to make sure I got this in. But I'm really pleased with it. 32% in the morning of day 3 is going to be amazing for this device, and it is a very capable device to handle all kinds of needs for the vast majority of people. If you're not video editing, and if you're not playing extreme games, and if you don't have mandatory 64-bit apps that you need, most people don't, like the whole Microsoft Office suite, 32-bit, there's just tons of stuff that you can do. You know, the Edge Chromium web browser is blazing fast. So I will get back to you, and I will show you the difference between the 25-watt charger that comes with it, as well as the aftermarket Samsung 45-watt charger, which is simply amazing and is compatible to Samsung Galaxy Book S. So I'm using the Samsung Galaxy Book S on the side for news throughout the day, and at 29% it's saying about 6 hours left, so I should be able to get through a good chunk of the day using it sporadically. So we'll see how it goes for day 3. So I'm chilling at Starbucks here, end of my work day, and I have the Samsung Galaxy Book S. We're outside. Got my man little Louie over here, and the reflection when you're outside of the Samsung Galaxy Book S is definitely noticeable. You can easily find the right angle where it's perfectly usable, and so it's not the worst laptop in the world for using outside. The Microsoft Surface Laptop 3 is definitely horrible, absolutely horrible when you're outside. It's hard to see almost anything, but perfect for when you're inside. This laptop, I'd say it's mediocre. It's perfectly fine. Nothing to rave home about. So it is about 2:45, and we're at 23%, 2 hours, 17 minutes remaining, it claims, but those estimates there are always kind of wonky. So we'll see how this goes, but throughout the day I've had Microsoft Outlook open, Microsoft Edge, the Chromium version, that's the version you definitely want for this laptop. And I've had a ton of tabs open too, because I've been doing a lot of research in terms of market data and news and stuff like that. So we'll see how this goes. This 8-core processor has been pretty much phenomenal. I can't tell the difference for real world use between this and the Microsoft Surface Laptop 3, which does have an i7 and 16 gigs of RAM. This is an ARM, Qualcomm processor, 8CX. It has 4 cores that are slower and 4 cores that are faster. I'm going to be just very general about that. And the point of that is longevity. So you have the 4 faster cores when you need to really ramp up and maybe open apps really quickly, kind of that burst speed, and then the 4 slower cores for just kind of your menial task, and that's really what it's running on for the majority of the session. Right now I'm on 4G, and everything loads pretty quickly, and it's a fairly decent signal. Let's run a speed test right now. We're in Studio City. Starbucks does have Wi-Fi, but when you're on 4G, use the 4G. And upload is actually really respectable as well. This is actually a faster upload speed than if I was on 5G right now on the Galaxy Note 10 Plus 5G. So 50 up, 55, or 55 up, 50 down, that's not too bad at all. So the very first annoying thing that I ran into with the Samsung Galaxy Book S is this function key right here. Because if I want to increase or decrease the brightness of the screen, or even modify any of these keys here, say the backlit or the speaker, you have to press the function key. So now I can adjust the brightness. Okay, good, brightness. But now as I'm typing and I need to, kind of go up, down, left, right, when I'm doing that, it actually is jumping to all the way at the end, or all the way at the beginning if I'm pressing left and right. That is extraordinary. That is extraordinarily annoying. So now if I press the function key, now I can go by each character. I have to press the function key, and then it's jumping to the end or the beginning of a line, as if I hit control and then, right or left. So that is, I have no idea why they did that. It's a horrible feature. I just want this to always be on, and for me to be able to adjust my cursor anytime I want without having to press the function key. So we are well into day 3 of using the Samsung Galaxy Book S, and it's been phenomenal. I have an uptime from the last time I guess I fully rebooted the computer of 2 days and 20 hours. That was the last time I charged this thing, 2 days and 20 hours ago. It's about 4:45 right now, and I am at 16% battery power left. This thing's just been a rock star. So honestly, you're going to get from just general use easily 3 days, possibly even 4 days. My day 1, I hit it really hard. I was really pounding this thing, throwing everything I could at it, probably because it's still kind of the new shiny device. So I was using it really, really heavily. Every app I could, I was throwing on here. So that was probably going to be out of the norm for average day use. My day 2 use was kind of more general. I do expect an average day to be more like day 2, and even day 3 like today, where I was using it a lot for news media consumption, a little bit of spreadsheet work, definitely a lot of emails, and it just did a phenomenal job. So with it being 4:45 at 16% left, 2 days, 20 hours of just on time, that's pretty nuts. So Verizon's website said this thing will get 27.7 hours of on-screen time with video playback. Samsung said 25 hours. I don't know what they're doing, but I'm getting multi-day use just from regular use, and I'm really happy with it. So I'm not gonna hit the stopwatch and say, okay, I'm at hour 22. That's just not practical. We're gonna be, from now on with these ARM processors, gonna say how many days of regular usage are you gonna be getting, and I think that's the practical way to go. The Samsung Galaxy Buds actually pair quite nicely with the Galaxy Book S. When you're using them, you can just kind of hit the button here and it'll stop and start video, YouTube videos. It just kind of works flawlessly. That's just part of the Samsung ecosystem, I guess. You didn't have to do any special pairing that was weird. The Galaxy Note 10 Plus actually works really nice with this as well, because Samsung does have its own kind of ecosystem for being able to kind of control your phone using the Galaxy Book S. There's also the Microsoft partnership of Your Phone, that's the name of the app that they're using, so you can actually get a little bit more in terms of your message management. So I like the Your Phone a bit better for managing like text messages and stuff like that through my phone, and then the Samsung ecosystem that's really good for just kind of like navigating through your phone and transferring files. So you could actually have both installed and just kind of disable notifications or something on the Samsung version and just use like text messaging on the Your Phone app. Easily customizable. So far, 3 days of usage is a wonderful thing for this device. I also have both the 25-watt charger and the 45-watt charger. So when this fully runs down, and I'm only going to do this once because it took 3 days to drain this thing, I'm going to show you exactly how long it's going to take for the 25-watt charger and the 45-watt charger. Just going to kind of take them in and out, and it'll give you a time frame for the expected amount of time it'll take to recharge this device to 100%. And it's been pretty accurate, so you can kind of go by that. When you're hovering over the battery icon, it gives you an estimate based on usage, how long it should last. That's not really all that accurate for any laptop, so just kind of keep that in mind. But charging, as long as you're not actually using the device, it actually is pretty accurate. So we're at day 3 for the battery test of the Samsung Galaxy Book S, and right now we're at 10%. Now it's saying that I have about an hour and 42 minutes left, and battery saver is off. I did turn off battery saver because the default was 20%. And with 20%, I said I had multiple hours of usage left, so I dial it down to 10%, and even then it still said I had like 2.5 hours. So I turned it off again and saying I have about an hour and 42 minutes left. Now, when you're going by that time frame in Windows 10, it's a general estimate. You can't really go by that. It's just kind of a general guideline, but it's a lot lower than when it was saying I had 17 hours of battery life left. So it's been a pleasure to use this. Now, I am going to go through a couple of different chargers now, because this is the stock 25-watt charger that came with it. It's the same exact charger that comes with the Galaxy Note 10 Plus as well as the S20 line of phones. So I'm gonna just kind of plug it in. It's gonna tell us after maybe 30 seconds or so how long it's going to take for it to get to 100%. And then I'm going to use the 45-watt charger from Samsung. So Samsung has their own kind of a standard, I'll just put it that way, for delivering power to its devices. So this is like a 60-watt charger. It's not compatible. It's going to max out at probably 18 watts. This is 45 watt, but it's Samsung standard, therefore it's going to give it the full 45 watts, just like it does for the Note 10 Plus 5G. If you have any of these older ones, just throw them out. They're trash. Even if you have like an aftermarket one that you're like, oh, I paid a lot of money for this, yeah, it's probably trash too, especially if it has the USB-A ports on here. It can't match up to the power needs of, or really just the capabilities of delivering power to these. So trash. This was really nice for iPhones. This is the Anker. I'll put links for this one because I really do like this. This is great for if you have an iPad Pro. I do like charge my iPad Pro very, very quickly with this. But the cream of the crop is this. For the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, this 45-watt charger does charge it from 0 to 80%, 25% faster than the 25-watt. So if you're just kind of on the go, you just need to plug it in real quick, that is wonderful. And I'm expecting the same results for this. So let's try these two bad boys out real quick just to see what the differences are. And we're at 9% now. So now I'm going to plug in the 25-watt charger. And we're going to see over here It does say plugged in now, but give it a few moments and it'll then tell us how long it takes for it to charge. So with the 25 watt charger, it's saying with current usage, it's going to take 3 hours and 5 minutes until it's fully charged. So right now we have brightness at about 50%, and speakers are about 22, 24%, and I don't have anything running in the background really. So 3 hours, 5 minutes for a full charge. So now we have the Samsung 45 watt charger. We are now at 10%. I guess that 25 watt charger gave it a little bit of a 1% boost. So we're going to see what it's like with the 45 watt charger. So the time just dropped to 1 hour and 36 minutes for the 45 watt charger to fully charge the Samsung Galaxy Book S. That is a huge improvement, over nearly 3 hours for the 25 watt charger. So yeah, that could be definitely worth it for somebody on the go that just needs a quick charge. To charge a 3-day usage device in an hour and a half, that's golden. That's definitely golden. All right, I think that's enough for the testing for now for the Samsung Galaxy Book S. This has been 3 days of battery usage testing, and I'm really impressed with the speed of the 45 watt charger. Basically going from 10% to 100% in an hour and a half is ridiculous. It lasts 3 days. So yeah, I think you'll be good to go. I'm glad I have the 45 watt charger. It's well worth the money for me, especially with having the Galaxy Note 10 Plus 5G. 25% faster, definitely the way to go. So in summary, the Samsung Galaxy Book S, it has phenomenal speakers. These AKG speakers are wonderful. I played them at the pool, I played them in a park. Indoors are even better, so you can't go wrong with these. You'll get clear, crisp sound that's very loud as well, and it will auto adjust when there's, say, a little too much bass in a track, so that it doesn't sound all garbled or anything. It'll just sound nice and clear. So I appreciate that, and I think many people will appreciate that as well. Having the 4G LTE here is golden. It's just like having your cell phone on. Open it up, boom, it's right there. Expandable storage is golden as well. You do get the 1-finger lift test. When you first get it, you kind of have to get the hinge going a couple of times before that works. But yeah, it's wonderful. The screen is phenomenal. I mean, yes, there's gonna be better screens, but for something like this where you have a nice little processor that is a Qualcomm chip, you're able to play all your Netflix videos, your YouTube videos, any saved movies that you have. The sound's gonna be wonderful, the picture's gonna be great. There is a downside to the keyboard. The keyboard backlighting is absolutely horrible. For one, most keyboard backlights, I hate the placement of it. I really wish it was like somewhere in a corner or something, because when you can't see the keyboard, how are you gonna find the middle button around here somewhere that feels just like all the other buttons as well? So yeah, that's not gonna work out too well. So a weird thing about this is the material. The material I like, it feels really nice, but if you're kind of like a proper typer, where I type about 50 to 70 words per minute depending on the keyboard, the shift keys are a little weird for me because my pinky nails, and I don't have long nails at all, but the fingernails kind of like rub off onto the shift key. I thought initially I was scratching the shift key, like I was like, oh no, like I'm ruining the keys. But it was actually like part of my nails were just kind of remaining on the shift key, kind of like a nail file. So that's something you kind of have to pay attention to, I guess. It's unfortunate, but overall, the key travel is really, really nice, especially for this thin and light. It's very satisfying and it's not loud. I really hate those clackety clack keyboards. Some people like those a lot. I don't. I want my keyboard fairly quiet. Like if I'm in a coffee shop, if I'm in a library, if I'm in my office, I want to be able to type, and I don't want people looking at me like, what is all that noise going on? I like my privacy a little bit, hence the YouTube channel, and you see my dog here, but whatever. So Overall, I can highly recommend the Samsung Galaxy Book S for the vast majority of people. If you are mainly using a laptop for anything Microsoft Office related, anything just web browser related, you know, Netflix, say even Spotify, Discord, all that runs perfectly fine and very, very fast on this laptop. It's an 8-core processor. The Qualcomm 8CX chip is doing the job. I cannot tell the difference between using this and my Microsoft Surface Laptop 3 when it comes to day-to-day tasks. It's exactly the same experience. So if somebody says, hey, you know, it's just an ARM processor, you know, it's garbage, you can't run anything, that's not fully true. You can run almost everything that the average person will be using a laptop for. If you want to do some high-end gaming, this is not for you. If you want to, you know, do some serious video editing in 4K, it's not for you. This will edit 1080p video, so don't sleep on it. It does it very well, and I'm scrubbing in 1080p flawlessly. There's a lot of different apps that work on this for 1080p, so all right, so who is the Samsung Galaxy Book S for? It's for, well, let's start with who is it not for. If you're a gamer, not for you. It'll run basic games perfectly fine, but any AAA titles, this is not for you. If you are a video editor, this is definitely not for you. It will edit 1080p video perfectly fine, but we're kind of in the age of 4K. This is being shot in 4K. It would take me many hours to render this on this laptop, so it's not going to happen. But if you do everything else, you know, Microsoft Office, using Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, you know, Google Docs, anything that's just web browser related, it crushes all of that. So feel free to take a sincere look at this. This model is on Verizon. That's my 4G LTE card right here, as well as an expandable 128 gigabyte micro SD card right here. So it has plenty of capabilities to just last a very long time. This is day 3, and with that 45-watt charger, it's going to charge in an hour and a half, basically from 10 to 100%. So I love this thing. It's my primary personal laptop now for work because I have special needs with my my job being in investments. I have some applications that are 64-bit that won't run on this. So you do kind of have to do your research, make sure everything that you are accustomed to using will run on an ARM processor. And if you just have any regular 32-bit apps, it'll be perfectly fine. For me, I just have a couple of specialized apps that won't work on this. So the Microsoft Surface Laptop 3 is my go-to for my personal workloads. But when it comes to personal life, this is my #1 laptop here. It's my favorite laptop that I've ever owned now. So hit me up in the comments if you want to see maybe a side-by-side comparison of the Galaxy Book S and the Microsoft Surface Laptop 3. The Microsoft Surface Laptop 3 does have the best keyboard that I've ever used in a laptop. I type so fast with it, it's so comfortable, and so that's one reason why I also love it for work. The keyboard on here is a thin and light style of keyboard. I still type very fast with it. It is very comfortable as well and nicely quiet too, but it doesn't compare to the Surface Laptop 3 keyboard. It just doesn't. So also hit me up in the comments for anything else that you may want to see with the Galaxy Book S, and I'm going to be doing a review on the Surface Laptop 3, and I have a few other things coming up too. So if you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it, and hit that notification bell too, so you're actually notified when those new videos drop. And maybe Sir Louis right here will help me edit some of the next videos or star in them or do something. So I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.